Hello everyone, welcome back again. Now today we're going to talk a bit about mats again. The new mats have arrived. This is our best-selling mat for many years now, and the reason why is actually because of the size. People love it because you may say that a smaller mat is more practical, bringing it around, but a smaller mat also means that you have to work within a small area. Now this mat is so huge, you can put, you can just imagine if one deck is this size, and it's basically 1, 2, 3, and about 4 decks just this way, okay? And then from here it's 1 deck, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and maybe 1/3. 8 and 1/3 of the deck. This is really huge and it's really practical, but now we call this a work mat. Now the reason why I call this a work mat is because it's not just for cards. It can be for a variety of things. Say example, if you're playing cubes and puzzles, very often they have a cube mat, but a cube mat is always not really a cube mat, it's really for cup stacking. And because of that, the cube mat is much shorter and people are unable to, when they drop their cubes, it may roll out of the mat, it may actually damage their cubes or whatsoever. So this mat is wide and broad and it actually protects whatever you're trying to do. Now the other thing about this mat is that it's also very practical because you can fold it any point of time and you can just put it in your bag. Okay, when you want to take it out, you just open it up again. There is no foam memory, so you won't have to worry much about that. Now, but today we're not just going to talk about this mat. We're actually going to talk about these two mats that we brought in, the new ones, and these took quite some time to do. So what is the difference between this mat and the other mat? First of all, it's made of sponge at the bottom. So the top material feels the same, but the bottom is actually made of sponge, and this is about close to 8 mm of sponge. So this is a rubbery surface that prevents the mat from moving around. However, this sponge does not move easily too. Supposing I put it down here, you can see it doesn't move too easily too. So it doesn't pose as an issue in which your mat will actually slide to and fro. Now the other thing is that this mat is slightly smaller than the other mat, but it's just a small difference. So it's about maybe 2/3 of a deck, or maybe slightly more of a difference on this side, and maybe 1 deck and 1/3 of this side. So what is the good thing about this mat is that because of the sponge, it allows you to pick cards up very easily, or pick your things up very easily. So supposing we have this here, and similarly we can spread one whole deck of cards fully down here. You can see every single card is actually showing, and that is actually enough of a distance for whatever you want. Now, so let's say we have these two mats here in comparison. So the difference is really that this feels hard, but it allows you to pick cards up easily because your hands can actually just go in and slide up. It allows that space for your fingers to go in. This mat is very soft, so it feels really good. And the difference then again is when you are down here, the same thing, your fingers can pick it up easily, but now you will feel that your fingers is able to go through into the sponge and pick the card up. So that makes it much easier. Okay, so it's more comfortable, and this is definitely made of better quality. Now there is a downside of this sponge mat though. Because it is made of sponge, you can fold it, not an issue, okay, because you can just fold sponge. However, it may not be so good to folding. The best you want to do in taking care of this mat to make sure that it's always flat and nice. Like you see, I fold it and you don't really see any crease or anything. But the best way to take care of it is really to roll it up this way. Alright, that's the best way to take care of it. Or you can actually buy a folder for this and put it in. So these are the best ways to take care of it. Nevertheless, if you want to actually just fold it, you can fold it in 4 parts, and this is the most practical way of bringing it around. Alright, so yeah, this is basically the two mats that we brought in, and now we have these two versions. Both are practical in size, both are practical in use, and in fact, if you are interested, you can actually use the red side down here, because what really protects the cards is the soft surface, that doesn't allow dirt and everything to actually get onto your cards so easily. So we always don't recommend people putting their cards on the table, but on any soft surface like this, it will work. So you actually have 2 sides of a mat that you can use, 2 colors of a mat that you can use, and it's really practical. You don't have to worry much about dirtying your cards.